Here's the ultimate before to after for remodelers. Remember, the goal is to help your clients visualize their dreams while your company is building a classy brand. This is my online toolbox providing weekly quick tips and reminders in all facets of marketing with an objective to help you grow your business with more quality leads, emphasizing more quality. We do this with a hybrid of education, providing you a strategy, and supporting you through the implementation. Before we continue, we always like to remind people to please like us on the My Online Toolbox Facebook page, subscribe to us on the My Online Toolbox YouTube channel, and we want to remind people too, since this is being requested, that there are weekly episodes. The last few weeks we were talking about easy tips to start planning for 2023 and 2024 pertaining to Google Analytics. We will also reminding people that failure isn't bad, but remember there are steps to creating a website marketing machine and why lead gen companies are betting against this industry for long-term versus short-term planning. Short-term planning takes precedence incorrectly. We want to help you with that. Also, we like to give people simple ideas on how to update their contracting website regardless of how busy they are. And last week we were even talking about content theft can be a pricey mistake because most website programmers like to help people do fast results. They don't want to help build your brand, and they're probably not going to be around to help support a legal challenge if somebody wants this content to be removed from your site, especially if they could prove that you've helped build your business using somebody else's images. But this week we're moving into the ultimate. And when we mean ultimate, we mean the ultimate before to after for remodelers. And what we mean, we have to make sure you see this. Most times people are thinking before or after similar to like a little slider where you go from left to right to quickly see the before to after. But we want to let you know that anyone who says that they could do this quickly is simply lying. This needs to be planned in advance of what you're going to see. You have to also realize that in addition to the planning, we need to help maximize the SEO. It stands for search engine optimization with all of these extra images that you're going to be incorporated into your before to after comparisons. But we also don't want to distort the branding of the finished product because depending on who the next consumer is, some people only want to see what is the finished product. Other people are interested in knowing what the before to after is. You need to be careful that people do not inadvertently associate their perceptions of the before with the actual work that you're providing. So what we want to do is we're going to jump and we're going to give you, as always, a real example. In this particular case, we're using yourmodernhomestead.com. Again, yourmodernhomestead.com. And forgive us because we're very well aware that we have a bunch of competitors that follow us on a weekly basis, which is fine, but we need to hide certain details so when they go to do their follow-up posts on such a great idea that they just don't have the specific details, at least how to actually really do it to incorporate in their message. So we're just aware of that. We like to let people be aware of that too, that if we're holding back on something, it's not that we don't want to educate everybody, but the reality is there's a portion of our life that we charge for. The people that do pay for that get the added benefit. So the competitors, you're going to have to do extra homework in order to be able to replicate what we're saying. But in any case, to have you visualize what we're doing, here, when you go to this particular featured product where it's the project, where it says before to after remodel for this Louisville home, you'll see that as you go on the page and on the right hand side, you'll see this is a rather large page. So when we begin and it says before to after, while we prefer to show our finished work, as we have it dedicated on the Louisville home remodel page right there, that is the starting point to be able to make certain people aware that there are dedicated pages that only talk about the finished product and have nothing to show pertaining to the before based on what the consumer's interest is when they come to this website. But separately, with all of these images we have, and we've talked about this especially with the previous week's post about how to see these images and how they're set up online, you'll see that we're highly optimized both at the file naming as well as the alternative description to be able to help our SEO, search engine optimization objectives, because this particular contractor in it, or remodeler should we say, in addition to wanting to show off their beautiful finished product, In addition to being able to want to show a wonderful before to after comparison, they also want to be found by future prospects. So when people are typing in Louisville, Colorado home remodeler, there's a strategy on how they are moving up the ranks over a period of time, not just with just SEO tricks and tactics, but a very strong branding message that allows the strength of who they are to be forcing their ranks to go up because they represent such a great representation of a Louisville, Colorado home remodeler. But as you go through these pages, you will see that there is image after image taken, but it was perfectly staged where the remodeler knew where he was going to be standing with the after picture. So we were always taking before images at that same angle to be able to, through the eye, a quick comparison, be able to see a before to after. In this case, it's just the kitchen. And if you could see as we further go, you could see us now moving to the left and being able to incorporate the actual living room included inside with the angle through the kitchen. And as we move along, here's the dining room. We even went through the bathroom. We even showed the staircases. And I'm doing this relatively quickly, so if you go to this particular website, you'll see a massive amount of examples there. This is my online toolbox reminding you that we're looking to help you grow your business with more quality leads. When you want to do before to after, just be cautious about the image of the branding of people associating you with the before when you want them to really embrace the after. Also, be careful about how the content is used in order to make sure SEO, search engine optimization, is helping you with the additional images for your future ranking opportunities. We wanted to remind you to like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube channel, and never forget to start planning yesterday for next year's marketing and profits. Have a healthy week, and we will see you next week.